4 years in this temple. These walls have been my home, my fasting and my praying here. I've never walked alone. I wore the floors down smooth, Lord, with the faithful weary tread, living on the promise that the prophets long had said. And I saw him in a mother's arms, the answer to the cry. The redemption of Jerusalem was standing there nearby. My voice had found its purpose after all these silent years, to tell all who were looking for this hope and calm their fears. I saw old Simon holding him, his face a blessed alive, and the Spirit stirred inside of me and set my soul alive. I didn't need to hold him to know the promise true. My calling wasn't silence, but to tell the world of you. And I saw him in a mother's arms, the answer to the cry. The redemption of Jerusalem was standing there nearby. My voice had found its purpose after all these silent years, to tell all who were looking for this hope and calm their fears. So I go now to the corners, to the courtyards and the gates, to the ones who wait in shadow for a God who never waits. I'll say, lift up your head now, your redemption's drawing nigh. The wait is over, Israel, your King is standing by. The wait is over. Tell the world desert night was endless, a cold and silent book. We studied constellations on the path that we partook. We knew the ancient prophecies of Balaam long ago, of a scepter rising from Jacob, a king to lay men low. Then on the western horizon, new light broke the scene, a star we'd never charted, kings in a priest's dream. And the star's first gleam was a question and an answer all in one, a declaration written in the language of the sun. The King of all the Jews is born and burned within the black. So leave your comforts now behind, there is no turning back. We have seen a star in the east, and we're journeying to worship Him. It wasn't just a planet on its pre-appointed round. This was a royal herald on a new and hallowed ground. It spoke of cosmic royalty, a throne to be unfurled, a sign of divine favor to the weary waiting world. We packed our gold and frankincense and myrrh for the unknown. For a star that burns this brightly leads a king to claim his own. And the star's first gleam was a question and an answer all in one. Declaration written in the language of the sun. The King of all the Jews is born, burned within the black. So leave your comforts now behind, there is no turning back. We have seen the star in the east, and we're journeying to worship him. Some called us fools for following the light so far away, to trade our peaceful wilderness, we risked disarray. But when you've seen the promised star, you cannot stay the same. You either bow your heart to it or die inside the flame. So we turned our faces westward with a hope that would not dim. Our wisdom all was worthless next to worshiping to him. The star is waiting, the road is long, but he is worthy. We are coming to worship the King. The sun is a hammer on the anvil of the sand. We've left the green world far behind at this star's command. Our water skins are shrinking and the nights are bitter cold. We're chasing more than silver, we're after souls of gold. The doubters back in Babylon, they said we lose our way, but that single star still burns ahead at the ending of the day. Oh, the caravan of kings on a highway made of faith. Every grain of blowing sand could tell our story straight. Through the valley of the shadow, where the jackals cry and creep, we are riding for a cradle while the rest of the world's asleep. This ain't a trek for treasure, it's a pilgrimage of the heart. We'll see this journey through, no matter how the miles apart. We forded anger rivers, we've climbed the wind-swept stone. We've memorized the starry map to a king upon a throne. We faced down desert bandits with the fire in our eyes, told them there's no gold on us that's worth the king's own prize. They laughed and let us pass on by. They thought that we were mad to trade our peace for this and leave all we had. Oh, the caravan of kings on a highway made of faith. Every grain of blowing sand could tell our story straight. Through the valley of the shadow, where the jackals cry and creep, we are riding for credit while the rest of the world's asleep. This ain't a trek for treasure, it's a pilgrimage of the heart. We'll see this journey through, no matter how the miles apart. My body's sore and weary, my mind is wearing thin. Was this a star or famine, a foolish costly sin? But then I look at Caspar's face, Melchior's steady hand, and see the same fierce longing in this barren holy land. We're bound by more than came or rope, we're tied by heaven's thread. We'll lay our crowns before him, or we'll die upon this dread. The Star to Lamb is near. The King, we will find our King. They came with talk of stars and signs, and a birth of royal blood. They asked me for the newborn King here in Jerusalem's mud. They think I didn't see the flash of panic in the street when the scribes read from that prophet's scroll. My victory felt cheap. A king's fear is a cold, cold thing. It whispers in the stone. It counts the walls and measures every hair upon the throne. There is no room for two crowns here, no space for rival light. I'll snuff out this promised child in the terror of the night. I smiled and played the gracious host. I sent them on their way. Go search diligently for the child, I heard my own voice say. Then bring me word so I myself may go and worship too. The lie tasted like poison, but a king knows what to do. A king's fear is a sharp, sharp thing, a dagger in the sill. It turns a pious wish to pray into a will to kill. There is no room for two crowns here, no space for rival light. I'll snuff out this promised child in the terror of the night. They think a throne are built on gold and legacy and law. They're built on blood and secrets and the crushing of a flaw. This world I've built, this piece of Rome, this kingdom I maintain, will not be toppled by some babe born to a peasant's pain. Let them search, let them find, and then we will see who truly needs. We've crossed 1,000 miles of sand beneath the guiding star to find the one foretold to rule, no matter where you are. We expected fortress walls of stone, a palace tall and grand, not a simple quiet house here in this humble land. But I lay before you gold for the King that I now see, Your throne's not made of cedar, but a true authority this yellow metal cannot buy. The power that you hold is just a token of the truth. My seeking heart has told you are the King of Kings. So this is my offering, my worship wrapped in gold for my King. I've stood in courts of emperors where power was a game, of whispered threats and armies to make men fear a name. But the power in this quiet room could shake the world away, make the mightiest of thrones to their foundations shake. And I lay before you gold for the King that I now see. Your throne's not made of cedar, but a true authority this yellow metal cannot buy. The power that you hold, it's just a token of the truth. My seeking heart has told you are the King of Kings. So this is my offering, my worship wrapped in gold for my King. Let this gold speak what my tongue can never fully say, that every other crown is just a cheap, forgotten claim. Every other loyalty I've ever held and known bows down before the sovereignty on this child's brow now shown. My gold for my King, worthy. Myrrh is for the ending, and the gold is for the crown. But this gift I hold is for the prayers that rise when sun goes down. I've seen the temple smoke curl up, a veil between God and man, a fragrant fleeting offering, part of a temporary plan. But this frankincense is for the priest, the true and lasting one, the final sacrifice himself, God's own eternal Son. Your life will be the prayer, Lord, that rises to the throne. So I offer this sweet perfume, for the God will know through you alone. This is my worship, holy pure, for the priest who'll endure. You'll stand in God's own presence with no veil to block the way. You are the holy offering at the ending of the day. You are the temple and the rite, the altar and the flame. And frankincense is but a shadow of your holy priestly name. So this frankincense is for the priest, the true and lasting one, the final sacrifice himself, God's own eternal Son. Your life will be the prayer, Lord, that rises to the throne. So So I offer this sweet perfume for the God we'll know through you alone. This is my worship, holy, pure, for the priest who will endure. So let this smoke assemble be a prayer before it starts. Oh, the intercession you will make for our broken human hearts. You'll plead our case with your own wounds and bridge the great divide. My frankincense for the high priest who in our place has died. A prayer for the priest. Amen. The gifts are given, the worship done. We made our camp outside. The stars faded with the dawn, a satisfied, quiet guide. We plan to take the Roman road back to that palace door, to tell old Herod what we found, like we had vowed before. But the dream that sent us home was a warning in the night, a voice of pure authority that filled us with its light. It said, do not return to him, his heart is full of death. Take another pathway home with your saved and thankful breath. So we'll obey the unseen hand, not the oath to a king of sand. We look back at the little town still sleeping in the sun, unknowing of the murder that our news to hear had done. We thought our wisdom saw the trap, but we were just as blind, till God himself stepped in to spare the hope of all mankind. And for the dream that sent us home was a warning in the night, a voice of pure authority that filled us with its light. It said, do not return to him, his heart is full of death. Take another pathway home with your saved and thankful breath. So we'll obey the unseen hand, not the oath to a king of sand. So we'll pack the tents in silence, and we'll turn the camels east. We'll find a road that Herod's spies will never see. At least the journey back feels different now. The purpose has been met, not just to find, but to protect the king we can't forget. The dream was our last gift and our first command. We're going home a different way, by God's own hand. A dream again, a warning in the stillness of the night, Get up, take the child and his mother, and flee far from this life. No time to pack, no fond farewells, no looking from the door. The wrath of Herod's soldiers is the thunder on the floor, and the gold feels heavy in the bag, a king without a throne, a fugitive in his own land to a country not his own. He left the glories of the heavens for a desperate fleeing band, the maker of the universe, a refugee in a foreign land. We crossed the border in the dark beneath the hidden moon. A young girl with her firstborn son, her heart a frightened tomb. I held them tight and prayed to God to hide us in the sand, to spare this tiny holy life in this unfamiliar land. And the frankincense, it smells of prayers from temples far away, a priest who cannot make a sacrifice but can only pray. He left the courts of heaven above for a desperate fleeing band, the high priest of our broken hearts, a refugee in a foreign land. And in the dust of Egypt's roads, I see the prophet scrolls. Out of Egypt I call my son, where history unfolds. He walks the path of Israel to feel their bondage pain, to sanctify the outcast tears like falling desert rain. My son, the refugee king, he knows our flight, he knows our fear, he is with us.